Welcome into the Triple C, known as the Cobourg Community Center, here on your Sunday evening. Hope you've been enjoying your weekend so far. And before we get into the marquee matchup tonight, featuring the defending Man Cup champions and the Six Nations Chiefs, we have a trade to talk about, Scott Arnold. And after our last broadcast versus the Peterborough Lakers, if I told you that Dustin Burkhoff and his brother Brody were traded from the team, you might call me a bit silly. But after that game versus the Lakers, if I said they were traded to Peterborough, you downright call me crazy.
Yeah, huge trade taking place. We'll get to that as the game goes on.
I think he got a stick up high. Instead, Latrell Harris is able to go back the other way. In all alone, and he scores. Latrell Harris with his second goal of the campaign, a former Defensive Player of the Year in the NLL back in 2023, and a guy that was technically a former Kodiak, has the opening goal on your Sunday evening.
Bit of a change up. He was left all alone. Great transition goal. He grabbed the loose ball. His stick was aiming towards that top corner, and then when he shot it, the ball went down. And
Coolest, the Cobourg Kodiaks look to tie this thing up here at home early in the first frame. That's Holden Patterson trying to go low, and he scores! Put it up on the board. Holden Patterson scores. The gentleman's seventh goal already in a Kodiaks uniform in the Marquette University product has tied us up at 1-1.
And that didn't take long at all. Just 30 seconds after the Chiefs got on the board to take the 1-0 lead, Cobourg ties this one up. A nice long shot from the outside.
The Chiefs, your two-time defending Man Cup champions. Theed shoots and he scores. The gentleman that had 3 assists in last night's game now has his 4th goal of the season and 14 points and counting in 2025.
So the Chiefs restore their lead, this low-scoring first period, as they're able to get one past Brown. And you can see the Chiefs, they just keep at it. When they're in the offensive zone, they press and press.
Defense shown by Larson Sundown. The New York native transitions it back the other way, has the ball and scores. Wow. Great defense to steal the ball. Great offense to put it behind Jackson Brown.
So once again, defense causes the turnover, gets the Chiefs the ball, and they're able to head all the way down. This is what makes this Chiefs team so good. They can play at both ends. Their transition game is strong, offense, defense, and it's a 3-goal lead after we didn't see a lot of goals to open up the first. And here's a look at the end result after that. Again, it's that classic overhand shot from the perimeter.
The fade pass, if you will, to Brendan Bomberry. Back to Jamison. Jamison found a slot. It's in between the feet of Jackson Brown. You had 2 Chiefs like sharks in bloody water waiting for a rebound that was never there. Now a foolish turnover at mid-floor. Theed scores his 2nd goal of the game. A gentleman that had 3 assists last night already has 2 Genos in the opening period tonight. And just Jamison to beat, but it was stuffed by his left shoulder. Now Woods like a Superman going through the Six Nations crease. Meridian with an opportunity and they score!
For the most points on this Kodiaks roster, tied with Aaron Woods. And Aaron Woods will pick up a point perhaps on this one. A couple Chiefs do touch it, so it depends. If the ref is being friendly tonight, he may give him an assist on that one. But
Brendan Bomberry being watched by Ellerton. Bomberry goes in and scores. My word, Scotty. Bomberry didn't even have a lot of space to utilize. But a guy that has 150 points in a Georgia Swarm uniform has a 2nd goal in 2025.
And it didn't take long to respawn. Just 32 seconds after the Marinier goal, the Chiefs get their 4-goal lead right back.
Dawson Theed finds his teammate, Brendan Bomberry. They cross it over and they score. That's the Bowmanville native, and Shane Jackson with his 4th goal of the season. The 2020 NLL MVP has already made it a touchdown on the board. 18 minutes and 40 seconds into the game.
It's pretty old school. A lot of people have developed to the turf now. And Brooklyn,
as Jamison, oh, captain, my captain, scores. 88 with the 8th goal on the board for the Chiefs. And well, let's face it, for Cody Jamieson, his 3rd goal of the season, his 10th point of the year for a guy that holds over 900 points in the NLL. Ryan Smith denied by Jackson Brown, but they score. A power play marker for the Chiefs.
Nice quick stick. Shane Jackson with the finish on the far side. And that only took 8 seconds of power play time. The ball movement from the Chiefs is like no other team in the game of lacrosse.
Through the defense that squared up on the penalty kill, Jamieson one-timer, and they do score. Larson Sundown with his 2nd goal of the game, his 3rd of the season, and as I mentioned before, this is a New York native that won a 2017 collegiate championship in lacrosse prior to joining the Chiefs.
This time, Brown tried his best. You can see him sliding over. He knew the play is coming. He knows a man is right down, and this is a quick stick that the Chiefs utilize all the time, but this time he wasn't able to slide over.
Holden Patterson, a former Brampton Excelsior, to Thompson, now to Haley. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Haley scores! A 2nd helping for the Port Hope, Ontario native, and with 4:22 left in the game, the Cobourg Kodiaks have cut the lead in half.
No smiles on the Kodiaks' face. They know that there's still a huge deficit in front. They're happy to get the goal, but they know this victory is far away right now. They still have to keep some momentum going. They've got
East First Nations, which include Curve Lake, Hiawatha, Alderville, Scugog Island, Rama, Bossolo, as Ryan Smith scores his 2nd goal of the game, makes it an 11-5 contest. And well, we kind of figured that the coffin was being nailed up earlier. That definitely could be the last one to be staked in.
a quick turnaround.
Haley to Patterson. Patterson scores! The power play marker, 11 seconds into the man advantage, and Holden Patterson now has 8 goals in a Kodiak uniform in just 4 games.
And it's another outside shot, this one coming from the far side. And this is what Cobourg's been doing all period and what they hadn't been doing in the opening 40 minutes. They were trying to get those down low opportunities and work the crease game. 3rd period, though, playing with a little bit more desperation. So they're shooting from everywhere, realizing it's working. And there it is again, the overhand shot from the outside, just outside the dotted shooting circle.
Impressive as Dooley grabs the loose cookie and scores! Mere moments after Holden Patterson drawing his team within, well, 5. You have Dooley picking up some loose change, and they're within 4 with 2:14 left on the clock.
That's a big one for Dooley as he takes it right towards the top of the crease, finds an opening on Jamieson and is able to squeeze it through. Still 2:14 left in this one, 4-goal deficit, but things are looking a little more respectable than what they were going into this period. There's the goal just before, and then the Kodiaks able to respond shortly after that one.
Well, Dooley
There's he is coming in and beating James.
Latrell Harris picked it off, and now 2-on-2 they come into the zone. Latrell Harris feeds his teammate, who scores. Ty Logan, the Albany Firewolf, has his first goal in 2025 here in the MSL.
Even dozen up on the board for the Chiefs. And there is the tail end of that one. Latrell Harris comes over right away.